Hi everybody, welcome to the Chase Your Dreams documentary. Today we're speaking with Bill Anderson. Hi everybody, today we're speaking with Bill Anderson, Chase Your Dreams documentary. Today we're going to be speaking with... Hi everybody, today we're speaking with Bill Anderson. He's been known for several years. He's been on the top of the country music charts, say 7 number ones, 29 top 10 hits, also known as Whispering Bill from South Carolina. He's a singer, songwriter, and television personality. He's been on TV game shows and many other TV series. He's wrote for many artists such as George Jones, Brad Paisley, Kenny Chesney, George Strait, many others. And we're proud to have him part of the Chase Your Dreams documentary project. We're going to talk to him today about chasing dreams and some goals to success and failures. Hello.
Hello, is this Ryan?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
I'm sorry?
Yes, sir. Is this Bill?
Yes, it is. Well, I can't hear you hardly at all.
One second. Let me adjust my volume here. Is that any better?
No, not really. You sound like you're in a well. Were you got a speakerphone on?
Yeah, it's on speakerphone so the digital cameras can pick it up.
I'm not going to be able to understand you, I'm afraid.
Alright, 1 second and I'll get you, I'll try something different. Alright. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's still got a lot of echo and all that.
Alright. Alright, well, I appreciate you being a part of the documentary, Bill, and I know you've achieved several success throughout your lifetime, and 40 studio albums, and 7 number one top country music chart hits, and 29 top 10s, and wrote for many artists and TV show and everything. I'd like to ask you a little bit about your early childhood and what you might have wanted to be when you were growing up, and what led you to your singing and TV career.
Well, it was kind of a winding road. As a young kid, first thing I ever remember wanting to be was a professional baseball player because I loved the game of baseball.
Right.
And when I realized I probably wasn't going to be good enough to make it to the major leagues, I started looking in some other directions. I've always loved to write, and I became a sports writer for a while because of my love for sports. And then I worked my way into a radio job. I love music. The three things I've always loved in my life are country music, sports, and writing. And I was able to combine a couple of those and do the country music writing, and I got into the business as a songwriter rather than as an artist.
Right. And I know it had to take several steps, and it wasn't an overnight thing. A lot of people, once this career, it's a tough struggle along with any others trying to make it. What was some of your struggles along the way?
I'm sorry, what along the way?
What was some of your main struggles along the way to achieve to where you're at today?
Well, I was very lucky in that I started off pretty early with a hit song. I wrote a song when I was 19 years old called City Lights, and it became a big hit for Ray Price in the late 1950s. And so by the time that I came to Nashville, I already kind of had a foot in the door because that song, being as big a hit as it was, opened a lot of doors for me, and I was able to get in and see people. Nothing happens overnight. You hear like, well, this person is an overnight success story, but as Roger Miller used to say, he was a 20-year overnight success story. It took him 20 years to be an overnight success. And that works that way for a lot of us. I mean, it may seem like it happened overnight, but when you go back and realize it was one step at a time, then it really didn't happen all that fast. And I was lucky, though. I got in early, as I said, and then I was able to take advantage of my opportunities.
That's right. And as I read upon you at one time, you stepped away from the songwriting to get into television. Did you keep pursuing songwriting as you got into television, or what led you into that?
Well, in the 1980s, country music was beginning to change from the country music that I had known all of my life. And I had some opportunities to do some things outside of country music, but still in the entertainment business, like hosting some game shows on television. And eventually I became a part-time actor on a soap opera on television. And these were opportunities that I just took advantage of because they were there. It's not anything that I really set out to do, but they knock kind of came on my door, and I said, well, gee, why don't I look into this? I never thought of being a game show host or doing anything, but the music was changing, and I wasn't sure that I knew how to change with it. So I kind of got away from writing, and I never really stopped touring. I never really quit making records and all, but I kind of put my emphasis on doing the television shows and things, and I'm glad I did because I learned a lot that otherwise I never would have known.
That's right. Yeah. What do you think would be the biggest highlight of your career? What was a couple of the biggest highlights of your career, your favorite moments of your life throughout the years of your...
Well, there's nothing that could equal being elected to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and that happened for me in 2001. Yeah. And I don't think there will ever be anything that will top that, because that's the top rung on the ladder in our business. Of course, back in 1961, when I became a member of the Grand Ole Opry, that was something very special. And I celebrated my 50th anniversary at the Opry in 2011, and it's pretty hard to top that too.
That's right. That's right. You've achieved such. I've done a few interviews, and you're probably one of the most successful I've talked to out of overall. You got so many songs wrote. What was it like collaborating with some of the artists, and how easy or hard was it to get some of them song hits and push on others to get them pushed for you?
Well, I've been very blessed. I'll say that to start with, and working with my fellow artists, going all the way back to early songs I wrote with people like Roger Miller, and then getting into writing in today's market with people like Brad Paisley and Kenny Chesney and people like that. It's been quite an experience. I've seen country music kind of from both ends of the spectrum back in the late 50s and early 60s, when there weren't but about 80 radio stations playing country music across America, and now there's over 3,000 of them. So the genre has grown, and I'm glad to still be hanging around and be a small part of it.
I hear you. I'm proud you're around too as well, my friend. What advice would you give to any young person that was out there to chase your dreams, to want to become half of what you've done?
Well, I tell you what I found years ago in a newspaper, and I clipped it out and I carried it around in my wallet until it just turned yellow and I couldn't read it anymore. But I memorized it, and it's I think as good of advice as you can get, regardless of what field you're going to go into. And it just said, find something that you like doing so much you'd do it for nothing.
Yeah.
And then learn to do it well enough that they'll pay you, and you've got made. So I feel like that's what I've been able to do. I don't feel like I've gone to work a day in my life because I've enjoyed what I've been doing so much. And I think if you enjoy what you do, you're better at it. I think you'll be more successful at it. And I just urge people to find what their passion is. For example, I have a son whose passion was always, from the time he was 2 or 3 years old, to fly airplanes. He wanted to be an airline pilot. And he became an airline pilot because that was just what he wanted to do so bad that he was willing to make the sacrifices. And sometimes that's what you have to do. Just make the sacrifices and chase your dream and don't give up on it.
Yeah, that's right. I appreciate that. This is the Chase Your Dreams documentary. I got one last question for you, and it kind of goes along with the same thing we was just talking about. What do you feel is the major keys to becoming and staying successful throughout this whole time that you've been in your career? What's your main focus of staying successful?
Well, I think the fact that I still get up every morning and enjoy what I do, which goes back to what I said a while ago. And I think if you have a passion for what you do, then it's a whole lot easier to do it if it's something that you really love. And I think being able to stay successful has just been the fact that I've never stopped enjoying what I do. I still get just as big a thrill out of walking on stage at the Grand Ole Opry or going in the studio to make a record as I ever did, or writing a song with a great songwriter, or writing something by myself. It's just never gotten old to me, and as long as I continue to enjoy it, then I'm going to continue to try my hand at it.
Yeah, I hear you. That's probably the greatest words of all. I hope you keep putting out more. Several projects, Bill. I appreciate your work, and I've looked into a lot of your stuff, and I hope even some of this documentary, people that don't know some of your stuff, it encourages them to look into you, as well as you inspire others, and some of your words, hopefully it's inspired some people to try to chase their dreams. And I appreciate you giving a couple words on this documentary with me and being a part of my project. It means a lot. And
well, I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you, and I wish you the very best of luck with it.
Yes, sir. I hope we can catch up sometime in Nashville, or catch one of your shows or something. Maybe catch you at the Opry if you perform again soon.
I hope so.
All right,
I look forward to it.
Thanks for calling again, Bill, and I really appreciate everything.
All right, my friend. Good luck. See you.
Take care. And there you have it, folks. It's about chasing your dreams. This interview, it was really hard to get. The best I could get was a phone interview. Sometimes you gotta settle for nothing, or least little thing, to make it to the next step, as he was saying. I worked all year last year to try to get that interview and try to get in front of him and have a face-to-face interview, and did a lot of work with his publicity department and contact department, and I finally got an interview lined up for today, and it kind of time snuck up on me. I had to throw this together in the studio, and I hope the sound quality came out, pretty good. It's always better to have someone face to face, talk and experience in life, and you get to see their facial expressions, but Bill Anderson's done many great things, and he's lived a great life. He's chased a lot of dreams, and as you can see and hear, he's become very successful, and just never give up. I hope that he's inspired others. He's inspired me just from researching him, and some of the other stuff that I've read, heard, seen, some stuff I knew he did, some stuff I didn't know he did. And I was amazed when I started digging into him and finding out some of the stuff he did just to do this interview. It goes back to show you just chase your dreams, and you never know what could become. If you don't spread your wings, you'll never know how far you can fly. So sometimes, even when opportunities come up, jump on it. Whether you think it's going to pay, not pay, or, maybe at the beginning of some of your business or career things, you want to shoot for things that any exposure at all. Eventually, once you get good at it and stuff, like he said, start exploring and trying to ask for a little money here and there and spread your name, and just do what you want to do to chase your dreams, whether it's school, whether it's music or sports or being an airline pilot. We all have different dreams. Teachers, politicians, everybody. There's several role models, uniformed soldiers. There's several role models in this world that you don't have to be a celebrity. Success is measured within your heart, is what I always felt, is what I believe. And I'm going to go to my grave believing that. And some of these interviews I do, I don't get paid. I have to pay out. And but it's all a part of chasing your dreams, and it's a part of waiting till things come back to you, and not so much. It's more of giving. I just hope it encouraged you to chase your dreams, to go for the gold, and live your life like you gonna die tomorrow. I mean, because it's sad to say, but everything does come to an end, and life will come to an end one day. And it's up to you to choose how you live it. You can spend it on drugs the whole time, or in jail the whole time, or you can spend it in school and trying to create a career to provide a family and a life and the American dream. Appreciate your time with us. Appreciate everybody watching the Chase Your Dreams documentary. It's been a pleasure doing all of this. It's been a huge wake-up call. There's been many things done that I never believed that I would have done on my own. You're seeing living proof of it, and I hope to continue this for a very long time, even such as Bill Anderson. I would like to reach 70, 80 years old like that to be able to achieve this. He didn't achieve none of this in overnight. 40 studio albums is incredible. All the number ones and top tens and stuff, a lot of that's networking and getting to know people and getting your name and foot in the door. And he didn't know these people before. You know, he might have, he got on the bandwagon of one or two people, and they led him to some other people, and before you know it, he's in the Country Music Hall of Fame. He's living his dream. He's playing the Opry stage, and whatever your Opry stage may be, whether it's teaching children or being a vet, anything in life that you want to do, a nurse, saving others' lives, that's all, everything we need in this world to survive. We all need that. Even these big stars who has been very successful still need nurses and doctors in different career fields. So we're pretty much all here to help each other. And so let's try to love one another for that. And that's about it. I'm going to wrap this up, and I want to thank everybody for their time for watching the Chase Your Dreams documentary. I hope it's inspired you, educated you, and I hope it helps push you to reach your goals and dreams in life. And chase your dreams.